Adair's Hunting Lodge in New Brunswick, Canada is the setting for this week's Vertical Crossbow Junkies, as myself, Jerry Goff, and my boys Dustin and Dalen, and some new friends from Miami, Eric and Dan, will be doing some bear hunting right off the Atlantic coast and the Bay of Fundy, where the seafood is in abundance, as well as the bears. Also, the popular bowhunterplanet.com staff performs an in-depth review on the mini inline vertical crossbow.
And to be honest with you, it is a lot of fun to shoot.
So y'all stay with us.
From Saucier, Mississippi, Jerry Goff.
Dynamite Albrecht to extend his unbeaten string to 8 straight. The fight is slated for 10 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Knockout Hunting Adventures with your host and 4-time U.S. amateur heavyweight champion and former #1 ranked amateur heavyweight in the world, Jerry Goff. This is Knockout Hunting Adventures, hosted by the man who battled Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis, Jerry Goff. Join host Jerry Goff as he introduces children, women, and handicapped hunters to the sport of archery. Join Jerry as he travels the world on his exciting adventures and get ready for Knockout Hunting Adventures.
Wow. Knockout Hunting Adventures is brought to you by Hickory Creek, makers of the inline draw lock and the mini inline vertical crossbow, Victory Arrows, the carbon arrow experts, and Bowjacks, when quiet count. I've been here 4 times prior to this, and I keep coming back. Adair's Wilderness Lodge is an all-inclusive 4-season lodge that offers excellent accommodations and a chance to take part in a lot of different activities. But if you're a big bear hunter, it offers an excellent opportunity to harvest a big trophy-sized bear. Here is Larry Adair to tell you more.
We don't take a lot of hunters in our lodge. We take a group of 4 or 6 maximum. Our price might be a little higher than the average, but your success is good. And this week so far we got 4 out of 4. And I'd like to do about 4 weeks a year of 4 hunters and a couple in the fall. We limit our numbers of hunters and we seem to get good sized bear and everybody has an opportunity. It's arrive on Sunday, depart on Saturday. We have a full package deal, license and everything is on site here. We sell a hunt, we book a hunt, we have a tag for it. You have the opportunity early in the week, you get bag out to apply for a second license, and I have them here. So this week our bears averaged anywhere from 3 to a little bit over 4.5, and as the pictures will show in the picture. And multiple bears we have on baits, and every hunter that comes in gets a new bait that's untouched. Make sure you're in channel 2. If you get something, you can just walk down the road and call me, okay? And if I can't hear you, then you'll have to wait till dark. And we're on the maiden voyage for bears. Bears up in New Brunswick.
Let's go get them.
Yeah, big bears.
Big. How big?
If you seen one, he was on the road, you would run.
Okay, that's good enough.
But anyway.
After driving 20 minutes to the bait site, Dustin and Dalen get situated in a ground blind, set up at 20 yards from the bait barrels. Dalen is shooting camera for Dustin the first afternoon. Rolly, Larry's right-hand man, baits and repositions the barrels before leaving. Just before dark, this medium-sized bear comes in, but doesn't stay around long. Welcome back. Larry is taking me around to look at some bait sites to see where we will want to hunt next.
See, 11 years ago when I came here last to Adair's, this was one of my most favorite and one that I imagine would draw the most largest bear ever because of the rolling hills, the dark timber. It's one of those places that's almost majestic, majestic looking. It's just incredible. And this is where my buddy Rod Oglesby, who was on the show at the time, he and I sat in the old stand here, and we were able to kill a nice bear, about 250, 300 pound bear out of this stand then. So it's going to be great. I'm excited to be back in my old stomping grounds. So y'all stay with us.
We'll take a look here, but I think this is all cleaned out, so I love the theory in here. And both barrels are clean. This is all done Sunday morning. Here it is Tuesday morning. So I'd say 6:30, 7 o'clock. Bear should be in here tonight. But you can never tell about a bear. They're still teaching me stuff. And your stand's right up here. And I'm just hoping that they don't come in here and cut this, because this here has been a very productive area over the years. Yeah. This fall I'm going to redo that stand and get it up more comfortable for two people. Yeah.
We saw great promise at this bait. So that afternoon, Dalen and I returned to it with Mr. Rowley, who baits it and gets it ready for our afternoon hunt. If you look behind the bait, you will see a 75 to 100 foot deep ravine. And there's lots of big dark timber all around us. This is perfect for holding bears.
Should be a good spot to kill a bear out tonight. About 25 yards away from the barrel, so that's a pretty easy shot.
One great thing about this vertical crossbow is that if you need to or want to, it can be propped and rested when shot. And there are plenty of places to mount a camera or a flashlight. One thing about hunting over bait is you'll never know what will show up. Crows, squirrels, raccoons, porcupines, rabbits, but this is the first time to see such a tasty animal. Too bad we're hunting bears. That just makes you hungry, doesn't it?
So it's 7 o'clock, and we have about 2 hours and a half left on it. We're going to see if anything will come out between now and then. Hoping we do.
About 8 o'clock, this bear comes from behind us, and Dalen gets his chance. After the break, stay with us to see what happened.
Alright guys, welcome to Bowhunter Planet's Test Lab. Today we are going to be going over the brand new mini inline vertical crossbow from Hickory Creek Incorporated. So I have it here in a couple pieces to show you exactly what this bow looks like when it gets shipped to you. So very compact, very similar front end to something we've seen on a couple other crossbows out there in the industry. But what really sets this crossbow apart is its configuration, and I'm going to show you that right now. So to get this ready, you'll slide this right in here. Standing it up, you'll tighten down this bolt right here, this nut right here. Nice and snug. There's no play in that front end at all, and you're ready to go. This is something you can backpack in, something that you could carry out fully assembled, super lightweight, very easy to use. So a couple impressive things about this bow is its adjustability. So a lot of crossbows on the market come in at a fixed poundage. You can't adjust the limbs on it at all. This one here, you can adjust anywhere from 100 pounds all the way up to 150 pounds. So this is something if in the summertime you want to shoot it a whole bunch, maybe have some friends over, play with it in the backyard. It'd be a great target tool, something you can have a lot of fun with. But when you want that little extra speed, little extra kinetic energy, you can go ahead and use that full 150 pounds to get that speed that you need out of it to really perform. So very similar to some other crossbows, but in a completely unique configuration. Tons of adjustability. You can move the grip around in front. Triggers here, so more of a bullpup design. But yeah, I'm excited to get shooting this. Should be pretty fun. This one works is a little different than your average crossbow. You're actually going to cock this by hand. So you'll take this piece right here, you'll slide it back, exposing the actual trigger hook. You'll then place this right in the ground with your foot in the stirrup, just like you traditionally would. You'll grab the string right on either side of the D-loop, pick it right on up, hook it right there, and you're good to go. Push it right onto the string, just like you would a traditional arrow, sticking it right in the arrow rest, and it's ready to go. You will want to slide this back forward because this is your cheek rest. This is where you'll be placing your head. Alright, so as far as the safety goes, there's a safety mechanism that goes right here. This goes behind the trigger and prevents the trigger from pulling backwards and shooting the bow. So when you're ready to shoot, we'll actually slide that right out of the way. Now before you cock it, you're going to make sure that that is engaged just so the trigger doesn't let go. Alright guys, so simply for decocking this crossbow, you can actually pull this cheek slide right back, exposing the trigger box. Go ahead and grab it with your hand, pick it right up off, and let it right back down. So super easy, cock it, decock it. Another great feature of this crossbow as well. The poundage is even adjustable, so you can get it from that 125 pounds, 100 pound range, something more comfortable to shoot if you're going to target shoot with it. Can get them in right and left-handed, which is very rare for crossbows. A lot of them you have to adjust, but because this one's specific, right and left-hand models are available, and you can customize it with red dot scopes, AR open sights, all that stuff. You can put all that on as well. Also, what's really cool about it is it can be drawn and shot with one hand for people who need. They do use arrows and not bolts, so by using an arrow, you're actually able to use the spine of the arrow to make better shots, group the bow a little bit better, and also change up depending on what you're using it for. It does use a string loop for consistent arrow nock placement, keep the cams in sync. The rail is also very quiet because there is none. So your bow is going to be faster, there's going to be less resistance, and also there's no need for wax or rail lube. And the string will last for thousands of shots, which is much different than other crossbows out there. Very impressed by the way this bow shot.
Hey Chris.
Hey, what's up? Shot pretty darn good for such a small package. Very powerful.
I heard you talk about this bow and I had to jump in.
Absolutely.
Just because it was such a cool little bow. When they called us and wanted us to do this bow, I was actually really excited about it because it's so different. I mean, you don't see anything like this, you know? And I thought, man, we've got to have this bow in-house to play with. And to be honest with you, it is a lot of fun to shoot. Like, I had a blast shooting this thing. What was cool about this bow that Chris actually and I learned real quickly is how accurate it was.
Yeah, very accurate.
I'm serious, like stacking tight stacks. And he told me, he's like, he shot two, and he's like, man, it's stacking so well. And I go up there, he said, just put it in the middle of the stack. I put it right in the middle, and boom, sure enough, I almost Robin Hooded. It was that tight. So.
Seeing here that the whisker biscuit is actually mounted to where it can be adjusted. Ooh. So why is that important? So my tech side of me is going to come out right now. This is a crossbow system that you can actually broadhead to. Because you know, all those years you've had crossbows that, that wherever your broadhead hits and wherever your field tip hits, you got to live with it. There's not much you can do. There's very few bows on the market that you can actually tune that way. But you can move this rest left and right, up and down. You can reconfigure that. So I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but super cool idea.
With that, you know, this is a great option for hunting. It really is. It's a really cool option. Something different and a lot of fun. So check out Hickory Creek online today. Again, the mini inline. Really cool. And the next gen camo too, I noticed. That's pretty sweet.
Welcome back. Before the break, you saw this nice sized bear with a big white marking come to the bait. Now Dalen gets his chance.
That was a perfect shot. Baby. I smoked him. Vertical crossbow, brother. Listen. Hang on.
Did you see the white on him?
He's beautiful.
He's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I smoked him.
Listen.
Look how much blood he lost on that impact. He lost tons of blood when it, look. He lost tons of blood whenever I hit him.
Look at the blood here.
Oh, there's the arrow. Oh.
Beautiful.
He is not going far.
Alright.
That broadhead right there did his job.
Alright, let's go see.
He might be.
Alright guys, this is a very special morning this morning. Not only is it absolutely beautiful, the temperature is great, it's cool, it's sunshiny, but we're going to retrieve the big bear that Dalen shot last night. We didn't look for it last night because Larry had said, get one down, just wait for it, come get him, and we'll go back and retrieve it. Because up here in the bush, it's things get kind of hairy pretty quick, so we wanted to make sure everything was just like he said to do it, and that's what we're doing. So y'all hang with us.
The bear bled out pretty quickly, so the search was short and sweet.
This is my first bear right here. A beautiful bear. I shot him last night and we came out to look for him this morning. Unreal experience here at Adair. I'm telling you, this is the best hunt I've ever been on. Really, it made my year for sure. I had a lot of fun. My wife and everything. It was a good experience. Shooting a bear this pretty too, with that white V on.
So great time this week, didn't we, boys?
Yeah,
heck yeah. A lot of bears. Gotta get yours tonight, Dan.
Oh yeah.
After we drag this one out.
And take a break.
And take a
Maybe
break.
a little afternoon nap.
And some breakfast.
Some good grub.
Great breakfast here at Adair's.
Take a look at this, guys. Breakfast at Adair's. Can't beat it.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I put on a couple pounds here.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he feels a lot heavier pulling him up that hill. It's crazy.
For sure.
It's only been 10 feet,
hey,
but yeah.
That's a beautiful bear though.
Yes it is.
Bear of a lifetime right here.
Yes it is,
I mean,
boys.
look at it. I mean, almost looks like a bucktail.
Last night we tried not to go after them at dark, and it's a good thing, but we recovered 2 beautiful ones this morning, plus another one yesterday. We had a good day, 3 for 3. And the 4th guy seen 2, and I wouldn't let him shoot. I said wait for a bigger one, so he's going to go out tonight and prove to his buddy he can shoot a bigger one than him.
Both Dalen and Eric were able to shoot great bears on the 2nd day. Now left in camp to hunt is Dustin, Dan, and myself in an upcoming show. And on that show, we will take a look at more of the amenities here at Adair's. and also introduce you to Ida, Larry's wife, who is in charge of keeping us fed. And I will tell you, she does a great job. We would like to also thank Dan and Eric from Miami for helping us recover our bears. If you'd like more information on hunting bears, moose, or deer, call Larry Adairs at Adair Outfitting at 888-895-9233 or look him up at AdairsOutfitting.com. If you'd like more information on the mini inline vertical crossbow, call Hickory Creek at 228-832-2649 or look them up at verticalcrossbow.com.